Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I don't know if some of you guys noticed, but I changed my YouTube channel name to Jasmine, and basically a bunch of people at Stanford just started calling me that like after Kath in college, and I didn't want to actually change it because I didn't want to copy her, but she was actually like a big inspiration of mine to start this channel, and I don't know, it kind of just stuck at Stanford and people really wanted me to change it. So let me know what you guys think, but it's kind of catchy, so I might just like keep it for now. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions about Stanford admissions or just like life at Stanford. I asked these questions like a while ago, but I still have a lot of them saved. So someone asked, what is the best thing about Stanford? Honestly, I think that the best thing about Stanford is the people that you meet there. Like, people are just insane. Like, not just insanely smart, but just like so down to earth and like have just had such interesting lives, and like hearing about everyone's lives and getting to connect with different people, it's just an awesome sense of community. And I think that makes Stanford really unique to some other schools, is that that sense of community is definitely there. And like, I was really nervous going there. I didn't know anyone going to Stanford. I had only been in California a couple times, but that sense of community is super strong, and I just love the people there. Someone asked if I have to study really hard in my daily routine. I definitely like have to do like work every day. I don't necessarily like study unless it's before a midterm. So in this past quarter of 10 weeks, I had 6 midterms. So every like week, a couple days before each of those midterms, then I would like be studying. So I would say I work like anywhere from like 1 to 3 hours like on the days during the week. And then on the weekends, I like obviously work more to catch up and like do more of my like heavy assignments. And then before midterms, I would have to study more. So yes, it's part of my daily routine, but it's not something that I'm like constantly stressed about all the time. How many new friends have you made, and did you find it easy to make friends at Stanford? So as I said before, I think it is really easy to make friends at Stanford, especially because everyone's new basically. Like if you go to a big state school, probably the majority of people are going to be from that state, and you're going to have a bunch of people from the same high schools going. But at Stanford, I mean, the people, if you have someone else from your high school, it's probably only like one other person. It's not like your entire friend group. So I think it's really easy to make friends in that way because like everyone's looking to make new friends at the same time. So I didn't really think that was an issue. Someone asked, why did I choose Stanford, and did I always know it was the school for me? So I actually didn't always know it was the school for me. It wasn't my dream school for like a really long time. I like probably really wanted to go to Stanford whenever I was like a junior, like at the end of junior year is when I like really decided I wanted to go. I think that I decided I wanted to go because I wanted to go to a top tier school, and I think that Stanford kind of had that like weird like quirky community that I really liked. I think they have a lot of like cool traditions, and it's not as like, I mean, yes, it's like really hard academically, but we're not like only academically focused and that's it, and like we don't like to have fun. So I think whenever I went to Stanford's campus, it was beautiful, and everyone I talked to just talked about all these cool fun things that were like outside of academics, and I think that really drew me to Stanford. Someone asked, how's the food at Stanford? Honestly, it is not the best, I'm not gonna lie. Like the dining halls are not that great because there's probably like 6 different meals that they rotate between like the 14 meals that are served throughout the week, and then plus breakfast is like the same every single day. So I don't really eat breakfast, and I don't eat in the dining hall that often, which is kind of bad. So we do have meal plan dollars that you can use at some of the restaurants on campus, and those are really good. So all the restaurants on campus are super good, and I live by a lot of them. But yeah, the dining hall, I think this is at any school, like you just kind of get sick of the dining hall food. I do still eat it though. I eat it for lunch probably like 4 out of the 5 days of the week. Someone asked, how did you become confident in your college application and yourself as an applicant? I think I just knew that I had tried my best throughout high school, and I had done everything that I could do. I'd worked really hard in all areas of my life, like academically and like dance-wise, and I really worked hard on my essays, and I put a lot of time into them, and so I just knew that this was the best that I could do, and if I didn't get into where I wanted to go, that was okay because I had genuinely tried my best and put my best foot forward. Someone asked, when do you recommend starting your early application? I would definitely start your early application in the summer, especially if you're doing like an extra portfolio. So I did an extra art supplement, so my application was due on October 15th instead of November 1st, so I like really had to start early. So I would say in August, at least like fill out everything in the Common App that's like your name, your parents' names, where your parents went to college, your counselor information, just like all of the like easy stuff that you don't really have to think about because it does take time. And then in August, I just like looked at the essay prompts and just started thinking about them. I didn't actually start writing my essays until school started, but just like kind of getting things going and getting things started, but then really start like cracking down whenever senior year starts. Someone asked, what part of college is better than high school? Honestly, everything about college is better than high school. You have like all the freedom in the world. Like I just go back to my dorm room and I like hang out with people constantly. Like you're just around people all the time and it's super fun. You don't have to like tell anyone where you're going, or you kind of just leave your dorm, do whatever. It's super fun. Probably the food in high school is better, like food at my house, like for dinner is better. Someone asked if I remember the day Decisions came out. Yes, I remember the day Decisions came out because it was supposed to come out that next Friday, but then 2 days before the day it did come out, they like said, oh, we're gonna release it a week early. So I was like really not prepared. I was like super nervous that entire day at school, and I actually had a performance that night at my school, so I was like in costume, like in the dressing room whenever it came out. And so I like saw, and I just saw like congratulations, and then I just like left the room and like called my parents and like all my friends. It was super exciting. I was so happy, and honestly made me perform a lot better because I was like really excited. But yeah, I will never forget that day. I'm kind of mad that I didn't like film my reaction, but I was like nervous that if I didn't get in, then that'd be like the worst video ever. But yeah, I like will never forget that day. Somebody asked, how do you move around or like transportation? So I have a bike, and I would say like everyone has a bike or like a skateboard. Some people have booster boards, which are pretty cool. But yeah, so probably my classes take like 3 to 7 minutes to bike, and they would take like 15 to 20 minutes to walk. So walking is like totally fine. I do see a lot of people walk, but for me biking is so much easier, and so like I only have to leave like 10 minutes before my class starts to make it on time. Someone asked what major are you doing, and then somebody asked how is bioengineering, so they kind of like go together. So the major that I'm thinking of currently is bioengineering, but I'm honestly not 100% set on it. I will definitely be majoring in some sort of engineering, but I could honestly be anything at this point. I'm really interested in product design, which kind of goes into mechanical engineering, which I would potentially do. I also think electrical engineering is really interesting. And I took computer science this quarter and I really liked it, so I want to like continue some classes in that. So honestly, I don't know. So right now I'm just doing like the engineering core or like the introductory engineering classes. So I can't really say how I like a major so far since I don't have any major specific classes. Like this year I'm taking like chemistry, calculus, computer science, physics, and then my English and reading requirement. And that's basically it. The last quarter of this year, I'm going to take Intro to Bioengineering, so that will kind of be like my first taste into the major itself. Somebody asked your favorite standing tradition. My favorite tradition was probably the band run, which was during new student orientation, and basically like the band goes around to all the freshman dorms and like picks up all the freshmen in that dorm and like runs to all the dorms like playing, and it's like kind of like a huge party of like everyone running. Yeah, that was super fun. That was like right before everyone started classes, and it got like everyone like super hyped up. So that is probably one of my favorite traditions. I thought that was super fun. Somebody asked, how did you make yourself stand out in the college application process? And that is basically what like my entire channel is about. So if you want to like check out my essays and stuff, that would probably be able to like answer more in depth your questions. In short, I think that I contributed to like the diversity of Stanford in a unique way, which I think honestly like everyone kind of contributes to diversity in some way, and not necessarily diversity in like ethnic and racial background, but just like in perspective or experiences. Just you're contributing uniquely some way to the class. So I was somebody from a minority background, and I went to performing arts high school in the inner city. I did dance for 16 years. 2 of those years were like pre-professionally, and then competitively for 8 of those years. I did a bunch of dance styles that are not that typical, and then I submitted an art supplement to Stanford that got flagged by the dance department, so that really helps you in your like application whenever the admissions council is like looking at it. I did research in high school at a university of the summer before my senior year, and I did a lot of different service projects, and then I'm a really huge advocate for minority representation in STEM that kind of showed through in high school, and then I also portrayed that in my essay. So I think all of that together just kind of created a unique story for myself that helped me stand out. Okay, so the last question I'm going to answer is there such thing as like perfect stats and extracurriculars to get into top schools? So yes, there are things as perfect stats, like a 1600 and a 36 and a 4.0 would be perfect stats, but in no way does that guarantee you admission into any of the top tier schools. So you don't feel like that's something that you need to attain in order to even be considered, because that's not true. And honestly, there's no such thing as a perfect extracurricular either. Like whatever you are passionate about and whatever you are doing and whatever makes you happy, that's the perfect extracurricular for you. If you're doing something that your friend is doing but you don't care at all about that and you are not really passionate about that, then that's not really something you should be doing. So there's not one extracurricular that will just automatically get you into every top school. You really just have to do the things that you're passionate about and what you like to do. So that concludes today's Q&A for Stanford. If you have any more Stanford related questions, always feel free to just put them in my DMs and I'll answer all of you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you liked it for more videos. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.